All right, y'all, back with another classic today. As you can tell, you already know what it is. Another Impala, this time a 1960. So stay tuned. Like I said, we're gonna take you all around, take her on a test drive, get her up on the road. All right, y'all, so let's get into it. So just looking at it, obviously this red looks amazing on this 60. Like, it's almost like the quintessential color for this car. I would say the paint is probably about a 7.5, 8, very close to driver's quality. Obviously, you know, when I'm taping, I'm extremely up on it so that you guys can see every imperfection. But normally, if I'm about 4 or 5 feet away, as you can see, it looks immaculate. But like I said, we're gonna get up on it. There are a couple little love marks here and there just because it seems to be original paint. But like I said, we'll check on it. She is sitting on a set of 18-inch US mag wheels as well. So let's start with the windshield. Windshield is in pretty decent shape. There are a lot of tiny little baby rock chips in because it's original glass, of course. With the wraparound, sometimes it's hard to find these. So it is original glass. All the trim is intact that goes around all the windows and down the car as well. So looking down, she does appear to be pretty straight, but again, all the trim, the emblems, everything is intact. Take these shoes off and keep on squeaking. Rear window itself is in excellent condition. It doesn't have those rock chips, of course, because you're not driving down the road backwards, obviously. But the glass is good, so is the trim. Looking at the trunk, man, this trunk is massive. Like, this trunk is bigger than a lot of hoods on cars. Like, when you really look at how wide this is crazy. I'm 6'1", and I can barely stretch across to hit both sides. So this trunk is massive. Nothing to really point out on the paint. Like I said, it does have a couple love marks, you know, just your regular buff marks, things like that, but no dents or anything that I was seeing. All the trim is intact around the tail lights, and the bumper itself is in excellent condition. Not seeing any rust, pitting, dents, or anything like that. Looking down the driver's side, again, she appears to be straight. All the trim is intact over here as well. And again, I didn't have any dents or anything to point out. That's why we just straight moving. Try and get in. And the roof will kind of show some of those swirls, like I said, just from, again, 60, almost 65-year-old car. So again, appears to be original paint. We'll check once we get in the door panels, but all the trim is intact. Got a little bit of a right here, like a little chip where maybe the door rubbed or something was caught in between. Coming around the front, again, all the front trim is intact. Emblems, Chevy sign, trim around the headlights. Everything is intact. The bumper itself is solid too. Again, we don't have any dents or anything showing any signs of accident. She could probably use a super good polish, but that's kind of to be expected as well. Looking under the hood, it is powered by it's a 348 tri-powered. Of course, you see the 3 carbs set up. A newer alternator, new brake booster, master cylinder, no AC. Overall, relatively clean underneath though. No rust or anything with the wheel wells, the inner fender wells, firewall, or anything like that. Also, no power steering, which was pretty much the norm, like I said, back in the 60s. But overall, like I said, the engine bay is super clean. Let me grab the keys and I'm gonna show you this trunk. All right, let's see if I get this on the first try, because I got like 9 keys on here. Nope. Nope. we go. All right, so this is what I was talking about this trunk. Like, this boy got an echo in it. That's how big it is. Enough room in the back to set up a sound system and then still have all of this. Like, I don't know, maybe I need to figure out some type of measuring system that I could use, because I don't know, this boy look like it'll fit like 6 golf bags in here. I don't know what else I can put in here, maybe some tires or something, but definitely one of the more larger trunks that I've actually seen. But with that being said, she's actually super clean in here as well. We're not seeing any rust, any soft spots, patchwork, or anything like that. And we'll check once she's on the rack as well underneath. All right, let's go ahead and check out the interior. The interior clearly has been redone at some point in time into this white, which I think looks great. Obviously, the red and white is a great combination. The seats themselves are super soft because of the material and the padding, so that was redone at some point in time. But the white is nice. There's no stains, no discoloration or anything like that, and the panels look solid as well. At some point in time, some speakers were added in the back. They're Sony Explodes, so I don't know if you're familiar with that. That kind of dates you a little bit. I think those were popular back in like 05 or something, so that's how long it's been. Looking at the driver's side door panel, overall in decent shape. There is a little chunk missing here, so that would need to be redone, but I don't really know what's the likelihood of you finding an original door panel for a 60 Impala at a reasonable price as well. Getting underneath, pretty solid, a little bit of paint missing, but no rust or anything, so pretty solid. Carpet is in pretty good shape, nothing to write home there about. The dash itself is in good condition. The leather or vinyl, whichever it is, no cracks or splits or anything, so that's always a plus. When we do the test drive, we'll check all the gauges, we'll check the radio, but the dash itself is definitely solid. Center console, obviously aftermarket, just a large, no issues. Headliner is in great shape. It's white as well, no stains to point out, and as you can see, the lights work on the inside as well. Give me a second, I'm gonna walk over to the passenger side. And same thing, white is immaculate. Again, no stains or anything. I think I forgot to show the driver's seat, but you can see it's the exact same. The Pro Car Scat aftermarkets, and you can tell probably whoever had this, they set it back. They set the seats back so you have a little bit of room, more than normal, so pretty decent amount of leg room. Passenger side door panel, more of the same. It's in pretty decent shape. Little parts here and there, but almost to be expected for as old as it is. Again, the jams and everything are solid. No rust or anything to point out there. So, like I said, super solid 65-year-old 60 Impala. So stay tuned, we'll take her on the test. All right, y'all, we in the 60. Let's go ahead and get her started up. You hear that electric fuel pump, so it helps her fire right up. Let's see. The lights do work in the front. I saw them when I had them on the floor. Let me see. Wipers actually do work. Alright. Left turn signal. Right turn signal. Gas is reading full. Not sure if that's accurate or not. And I don't have anything out the speakers. I'm not hearing anything. Let's see. Horn does work. Alright, let's go ahead, take her on the test drive, see how she does. It's always a little bit weird doing this with with no power steering while also trying to hold the camera. Let's try and make it through. There we go. sounds good. This 348 has a decent little grumble. Not sure if any exhaust work has been done, but I'll check that. Speedometer is coming up. It's kind of floating a little bit, but it shows I'm doing about 20-25. Brakes are working great. They're extra grabby. Steering wheel is super loose, which, you know, for that day and age, that was normal. But again, you can tell all the play that we have in there. Mileage does read 45,333. Throttle response is decent. Pedal is a little bit tight, which again, that's about average for that day for sport car. So let's see. Let me give it a little bit of gas here. It's got decent throttle response, but no big power that's gonna spin wheels or anything like that. I'm about halfway into it, doing about 35. So yeah, just a decent cruiser, definitely. As far as suspension is concerned, though, it's surprisingly solid. I'm not bouncing around, no creaks or rattles. Steering is all over the place. I mean, when my hands are off the wheel, she's all over the place. I'm not gonna lie. You know, she's going straight when the road is straight, but any type of dips or turns, she pulls that way. The steering is like I said, it's that big 15 or 16 inch dish wheel. It's all over the place. So when I was turning, though, I mean, she turns the way that I go. It's just definitely some the steering is just how it used to be back in the day. As far as the brakes are super solid. I got on them back there at that stop sign with no issues. Got all the windows up except for the driver's side, so a little bit of wind still coming through, of course. Not hearing anything from the motor, the exhaust, or the brakes. No metal screeching or anything like that. And this Power Glide, for myself, I've never been a fan of Power Glides. I get, you know, the purpose, but just having 2 gears, it just limits a lot to me. Like, you can just cruise around the city and that, but she is shifting smooth. There's no looseness, and you know, there was no slipping at all. So, and that was also when I was backing the car out in reverse to get her lined up. So like I said, at least there it's solid. We'll go ahead and get on the rack, check out underneath the pans and the floor. All right, y'all, we got the 60 up on the rack. Again, looking from underneath, bumper looks super solid, no rust or cracks or anything. One of the bodies underneath, it does look like it hit something because there's a little bit of paint peeling there. Not too abnormal for underneath of a car. Looking at the pans, the trunk pans, super clean underneath. Looks like the original coating is still there. And then of course the fuel tank itself looks solid. Not seeing any leaks or anything. Just came off of the test drive. Everything looks clean underneath here. We got drum brakes in the back. All the stock suspension seems to be in place. Doesn't look like anything's been changed. The exhaust has been done at some point. I guess that's why it's got that nice little growl. But again, looking at the floors, super clean under here. Everything is solid. I have no rust, no soft spots, no patchwork anywhere along the frame rails or the floors themselves. No leaks or anything from the transmission or the oil pan. Again, just came off of the test drive. Nothing there. Drums in the front as well with the stock suspension. Also, nothing showing where any signs of leak from the radiator or power or anything else. No power steering, but anything else. So, relatively super clean under here. Front bumper, again, no dents or anything to point out. Of course, underneath here, looks like that might have been scraped up against at some point. Sorry, looks like that might have been scraped up against at some point, but it's kind of to be expected along the bottom of the car. Coming along the passenger side, again, like I said, she's got those 18-inch US mags. Tires, great condition. Wheels are good. Got a little bit of scratches along here, maybe something kicked up from the road, but all the way at the bottom. Again, the frame and the body itself looks good. Wheels clean back here. These wheels have no curb rash or anything, plus all 4 matching tires. Coming along the driver's side, nothing to point out along the body. Again, rims and tires solid. All along the body, I'm not seeing any cracks or anything over here. Nothing that shows any issues on this side. And finally, the last wheel. So overall, super clean underneath. All right, so if y'all interested in this 60 Impala, make sure you give us a call, 256-801-4409. Also check us out at Instagram and on the website at rollingmuseums.com. As always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe below. We appreciate you watching.